Welcome to the Departure Lounge, where dreams take flight. On this YouTube channel, we're gonna rock the night with Quizmas Jet. We'll challenge your wit and your brain. Mania brings the beauty, it's a fashion hurricane. Battle like the liveries, the skies are painted gold. We'll take you on a journey, let the battles unfold. And in our live streams, we'll break down the wars, question the norm, and have a damn good ball. Come on down to the Departure Lounge, where we're free, we'll entertain and inspire. Just you wait and see, from Quizmas Jet to Mania. We'll make you shout in the battle of the live race. We'll never back down. We'll never back down. Battle like the liveries, the skies are painted gold. We'll take you on a journey, let the battles unfold. And in our live streams, we'll break down the wars, question the norm, and have a damn good ball. Come on down to the Departure Lounge, where we're free, we'll entertain and inspire. Just you wait and see, from Quizmas Jet Mania. We'll make you shout in the battle of the live race. We'll never back down. We'll never back down.
Huge thank you to our channel member, Erica Lowe. Yo. Get that down a little bit more. Yes, hello, hello. Welcome along to the Departure Lounge YouTube channel. Welcome to your Friday flight night on the Departure Lounge YouTube channel. Hope you are doing well. Before we kick anything off, as we always do on a Friday night, pat yourself on the back, because we have done well to get to the weekend. So give yourselves a nice little pat on the back. Well done. Well done, everyone. You have all made it. Tonight, as you've seen, we are on board. Not the button I wanted to press. That's the button I wanted to press. We're on board the Pan Am Boeing 727, flying from a slight route change. I'll explain why in a second. We're flying from Miami up to New York's LaGuardia airport. Flight time today is roughly 2 hours and 21 minutes, with a block time of 2 hours and 49. You get to do some tedious work with the 727 as well this evening. I haven't flown it for a while, since the last time that we streamed, actually, to be fair. And thankfully, because of the fact that this is the you wouldn't think of it as cargo, the wonderful repainters or people that do the repainting and everything else have been very kind to provide passenger liveries because obviously we don't have the passenger version of the 727, but they've added windows to make it look like a passenger plane, so you can fly all of your classic routes across the entire world with airlines such as Pan Am that we are doing here this evening. I know Pan Am's been mentioned quite a few times here on the channel in terms of flying or doing a flight with them, so I have obliged, and that is what we are doing this evening. Let's go back into the cockpit and let's say hello to those of you that are joining us this evening. For example, Gemma, evening to you, hope you're doing well. Wayne's in the chat as well. Dom's in the chat. Dom's on night shift. Soz about that. And of course we haven't done it for a while, but it's time to get your limbs moving because it's Friday and I know this will cheer him up. Here we go. Time to get your limbs moving.
5, Crawford's on fire.
Let's go.
YouTube chat is terrified. Crawford's on fire.
Boom.
Na, 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 na.
Yeah, Carl's in the chat. Of course. Hello to you. Hope you are doing well. And hello to anyone that's lurking in the background, of course, as well. Hello. So, route change for tonight. We were going to do Washington down to La Aurora or Guatemala City. It was a little bit long. It was a little bit long. Wayne says, "Where's my Thomas Tank tune?" It's on its way. Trust me. Oh, I know what you mean. Oh, okay, hang on. Technically, we've not introduced them, so ignore it, right? So let's go for it. Let's introduce them. Hang on. Hold on. Didn't get done for this. This is all good. We can listen to it a little bit more. Right, here we go. Also in the chat. Not this. Hang on. Also in the chat. Also in the chat. Here we go.
On the real flip mode, Holmes, they was coming out like a motherfucker. The nigga was amped. He was like, come on, motherfucker. Come on, motherfuckers, come on.
Oh, yes.
Come on, motherfuckers, come on. Yeah. Come on.
Train emojis in the chat. Wayne's in the chat. Here we go.
Come on. Release the brainstorm to make your motherfucking brain warm. A strange form, something kind of lyrical. Biggie the bastard, so that's kind of spiritual. Well, in God we trust. Guns out, buttons, got that disgusting.
Gotta love it. Wayne's in the chat. No trains were tipped in the making of this tune. What a banger. Absolute banger. Not bad for 54 million views on YouTube. Rob Brown, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to you. We like that. We like that a lot. That might become a bit of a channel staple. But we'll see. But evening to you, Rob. Hope you're doing well. Everyone enjoying that. So yeah, so route change because it was a little bit long. And so I had to scramble to find a brand new route. And we haven't done LaGuardia for a while. And what better way to test the brand new drivers on the PC than to put it through its paces at a very laggy Miami and hopefully a not so laggy LaGuardia. However, upon noticing, with everything loaded in, we're running okay, which is very surprising. What else is surprising is that aeroplane taking off the wrong way. Okay, appears we're okay. Okay. So we've changed the runways by the looks of it. Mid-stream, so fine, that is cool. I will edit my flight plan here, just give me a second. Rob says narrated by Ringo Starr and written by the Reverend W. Audrey, and wrapped by Biggie Smalls. 8 rights is what we'll take off on today. Instead, need this for the coordinates during the very tedious part of the flight. However, what we'll do is we'll sort of look to prep her anyway. So we'll get our little phone ready because we'll need this, and we'll get our chart as well. Dare I load it? So, as I said, it's down as cargo, although we're not flying as a cargo plane today, so we're not going to touch this at all. So we're going to ignore some of the door openings and everything else. We don't need to do anything else. We're going to use the old school method of load cargo. You can only use we're going to use the old school navigation mode as well. So I'm just going through here to make sure we've got everything absolutely sorted. Yeah, cool. And then that's if we need to get some charts up, so that's fine. So go back to aircraft here. So we've got cones and chocks, that's fine. So we can deal with that in a moment. Darren Graham, evening to you, hope you're doing well. Rob says, I made a guest appearance in Thomas and Friends once as the Fat Controller. I seamlessly slipped into the role. Into the role. Hashtag FatFook. Beautiful. Right, what I'll do, I'm going to, just because I'm going to get you to hear the sounds and everything of the startup. So let's do that. As we get our imaginary first officer to do some pre-flight checks, and let's get the aircraft started up. Here we go. Meanwhile, we're going to focus in on this system here. I've got to try and remember how to do this. You're going to hear lots of things. We want to align the aircraft. Once that turns on, hopefully. Beautiful. There we go. Right, so we want the POS section, which is what we've got ourselves on, so we can have a nosy at our brief, which we'll do not there, here, and we'll get the number for Miami. So we are on the north, and then we want 2, 5, 4, 7. Insert that. We're now over on this side, and we are going to need the west, which we press there, and then we'll go for 08, 0, 1, 7, 4. Happy days. Right, so that should insert there, so we'll insert that. Happy days. So now what we want to do is, as we are still aligning the aircraft, we need to move it over to status. And hopefully that should start counting down. There we go. So the aircraft is now aligning to the waypoint that we've just given it. So we'll hang fire from that one. Let's just nosy outside and listen to the APU. Or maybe not, but this is our aircraft for the evening. Our beautiful 727. Lots of bells and whistles and God knows what else happening at the moment. Let us know how your day was. Lots of things happening. Throttle testing happening at the moment. We're waiting for this button to go green. To say then that we're ready, which means we can then move it to nav and we can start plotting our waypoints. Is that light on? Cool. Right, let's try it. So we want to go to waypoint. Cool. That's our first waypoint. That's the airport. So that's fine. Yeah, the light was already on, so that's fine. So this is the waypoint here. We're going to cycle through and select 9 waypoints from our run today. So immediately I am looking at Kabola, which is going to be this one here. So you can't see what I'm doing in terms of picking the route waypoints and everything else. So again, this is the tedious section. We're going to scroll that to 1. We want waypoint there. So yes, that's fine. Cool. So we're going to go to 1, and then we want to type in our first waypoint on the departure, which is on the north, and then we are going to go for 25440. Wicked. Flicking it over to the other side. And then we want the west side. Then we want 0, 8, 0, 0, 6, 7. So we'll insert that. Job done. That's our first waypoint. Let's go for our second. So talk amongst yourselves. This will take a while. Right, next waypoint we want. It's 2, 6, 1. Oh god. Oh, why did 2 not come up? Two, 6, 1, 7, 3. Yeah, that's fine. You want the west, 0, 9. No, it's not that at all, is it? Fucking twat. 0, 7. 920. 9, insert that one. Number 3. Let's go for this one here. So north. 2, 9. Like I said, do get your comments and let me know how your day was. Jemis has been stuck at home all day while the housing replaced my front door. It took them about 6 hours to do it. Bloody hell. Six hours. Crazy. Wayne says, chilled. Went out for a spontaneous meal with my big sis at a local pub. Very nice. Like a bit of spontaneousness. Right, then we want west. 40. This is the tedious bit. Talk amongst yourselves. 7820. 6. Beautiful. Let's tap that in there. Alright, now we've got to pick waypoint 4. 5 to go. We'll try and save some here for the approach. I think we might be okay with picking. Let's go for Zane. Which is north, and then 3 0 0 to 5 2 7. There, once you pick it up, it does get a little bit easier. 0 7 8. Oh, fuck off. West 0. Not happy with that. West 0 7 8 2 0 9. Okay. Wicked. Right. Do we go Rousey next? We probably could go Rousey next. Yeah. Okay. Waypoint number 5. We want north 3 0 5 6 1. And then we are going to go for west, which is 0 7 8 1 3. It's almost like trying to remember the numbers without actually. There we go, beautiful. That's that one there. Waypoint number 5. Right, number 6. 6 7 8. No, I think that sounds like a good idea. Right, let's go for. Zero, 0 0 4. And then we want west again for 0 7 4 1 5 1. Beautiful. Four 0 0 6 0. Every time I think I remember it, I don't. That's the thing. And then we are going to go for 0. That's west 0 7 4 0 9 9. Beautiful, there's that one. 2 to go, our last waypoint before the approach, which will be under this one. So we're going to go for north and then 4 0 37. No, you fucking twat. Zef. I've started up Football Manager by accident again. Fuck's sake, man. Not now, Football Manager. Go away. Okay. Right, insert, and then we are going to go for west. And 0, 7, 3, 6, 0, 0. Insert, lovely. Last one is going to be our destination airport. David, evening to you. It is evening all. Trust you've had a good Friday. It's been a decent Friday. I am absolutely wiped though. I'm very much looking forward to bedtime. Right, then we want north, and then it's 4, 6, 0, 6, 6. In fact, it's not even that at all, is it? Four zero four six, not even that. So north, 4046 6. Insert, and then we're going to go to west. No. West. 0, 7, 3. Oh, fuck my life, literally, these buttons, man. 0, 7, 3, 5, 2, 4. Job done. So if we scroll back, we've got our waypoints for our flight today. And then what we'll do, this is 0 or waypoint 0 to waypoint 1, and then as and when you'll carry on going through them as we need to. Absolutely fine. Wicked. Okay. So that's that completely done. Absolutely fine. We're going to remove the cones. So we don't particularly want them. We're going to keep the chocks up from the sack. We are going to go for the uncaging of this one here. Jim, evening to you. Jim says, drop into the stream and the first words I hear, you fucking twat. Is Captain Plummet back in the chat? No, Captain Plummet is not back in the chat. And we're going to aim for a 12,000 climb out. Just going to familiarise myself here with everything. It's not where the autopilot is. Trying to familiarise myself. Give me 2 seconds. Heading. Oh, it's there. Look, it's fine. It's fine. We found it. It's alright. I'm familiar with it now. We're all good. Okay. Let's get our imaginary first officer to go for before. No, it's pushback now, isn't it? No, it's before start, isn't it? So let's do that. And then whilst that's happening, let's go for pushback. Here we go. Alliance ground can deal with this today. See in the background there, there's a Lufthansa 747. That's spawned out of nowhere. Beacons are on. Nav lights are on, beacons on. We didn't press those. Logo lights on as well. Lots of things happening in the cockpit right now. So we'll remove the chocks. We don't need the clipboard no more. So we'll get rid of that. And away we go.
Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted.
So, for those that are joining us, how's your day been? Well, more importantly, what you got planned for the weekend? I've got a weekend of catching up sleep. I have had 4 nights of broken sleep, and it is
Locking gear.
properly kicking my ass today. So the before start checks are finished. Right, so let's pick the position. So we were supposed to go off this end, but they seem to have changed as the stream kicked off, to the point where we are now taking off from 08 right. So we are going to be wanting to point the opposite way. So let's do that, and then we've got the engine start to come. Then, boy have we got loads to talk about after yesterday's news. Right, here we go. Let's get this puppy rolling.
Exiting from editing mode. Please wait.
Release parking brakes. Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
So APU should be running, which is fine, so let's go across. And I think it's 2, 3, then 1, isn't it? From what I can remember. So let's go. Start there.
Set parking brakes.
Waiting your confirmation for good engine start.
Yes, sir. You have to wait a little bit longer.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
She's an old school girl, this one.
Unlocking gear.
Paul Hussey coming up with 12 months of the Members Lounge. It says, Lud 727 flew Air France, JAT, Eastern and Ansett. Paul, thank you for your continued support. Welcome to the 12-month club.
Tow truck disconnect. Bypass. Left is clear. Right is clear.
Beautiful. You can see in the corner there, we're just getting the wave, which means we can go for our after start checklist, and then our first officer will do for us. We can go for the parking brake off now as well. We'll wait for the after start checklist to be complete, then we'll go for taxi as we start moving. And then we're going to depart off of runway 8 right. Lots of tests being conducted at the moment from our first officer. Let's go for the taxi procedure. Should see some lights being turned on in a second. APU's just been turned off. Oh, apparently it's done. Okay, well, we'll turn the lights on ourselves then. Cool. Right, let's get moving. We're going to full screen here, so your screens haven't gone blank. That's me. So let's move. Quite a bit of power, this one. Set the flaps just while we're here. In fact, they have already been set. Yeah, so originally we were supposed to take off from 26 left, but they seem to have changed the moment I put the stream on, which is interesting. So now we're going off from 8 right. Lee Class, evening to you. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. Just in time for the departure of our 727. Dom says coffee time, absolutely, for you. Not a huge coffee fan, but whatever floats your boat. And then we have loads to talk about. should be okay. So we'll go for the before takeoff checklist while we're taxiing here. Imaginary first officer will deal with that. Little stuttery here at Miami. Hopefully won't need to put up with this too much longer. The fun news is I'm going to be looking into this weekend, not straight away, but I'm going to be looking for something, upgrading the PC and getting something that is a much higher spec than what I've got at the moment. Sort of made that decision last night, and I was like, yep, kind of need to do that. So at some point in the very near future, PC's getting upgraded. David says many new subscribers this week. Well, there was this one person who upgraded, who subscribed. Oh, hello. Oh my god. It seems to have taken off the taxiway though. I'm going to assume that Harrison Ford was piloting that plane. Dom says you looked at the Microsoft 2024 specs, didn't you? Honestly, the specs I didn't really give a shit about the specs. It was, I flew last night and got really fucking fed up with the amount of stutters that certain Phoenix aircraft provide for me. So I've decided to just kind of go down the route of literally, fuck it, I need to upgrade it and I'm going to upgrade it. Rather than trying to work out bits and bobs and try and work out what the PC needs, I'm just going to fucking upgrade the whole thing to the top end spec. I've seen a few streamers and a few people that make content and have had a look at their sort of specs and everything else, and yeah, kind of take the inspiration for that. But here we go then. So we are going to prepare ourselves for takeoff. We are pretty much ready to go. So the microphone will go up. Microphone will go off. Sound will go up, and enjoy the sounds of the mighty 727 as we depart from New York's LaGuardia. Here we go. Alrighty, there you go. What do you think? Not bad for someone that ain't flown it for a while. So the aircraft is now following our waypoints that we've put in at the start. As you can see, we're going from waypoint 1 to waypoint 2 now. So that's the waypoint that we've just passed. That's the waypoint there that we're going to next. To be fair, we can probably clean up now. Beautiful. So there you go. Our beautiful 727 is off and running up to New York as we get away from the Miami storm. It looks like it laid ahead. Beautiful girl, this one. Get ourselves up now to the cruise. Once we do that, give me a second. Right, still here, just give me a sec. Alright, so we have got plenty to speak about. Right, we could probably get this aeroplane to go a little bit higher. So we've already just get to cruise that a little bit quicker. Beautiful. Brings back a lot of memories for those that were around at the time that Pan Am was still flying. This flight, I think, was done. I can't remember what this flight was done with. Okay, so it was done with an A300 back in the day. We're doing it with a 727. Okay, so while we're on the cruise, on the climb rather, and all the other good stuff, I'm just keeping an eye on this as well because
Crossing 17,500.
okay, that's right. We should be turning shortly. If we aren't doing so already. We should be turning in a sec. Okay, so hot topic of the moment is, of course, the brand new flight simulator that is available to pre-order and whatever else ahead of the November 19th release. If you're wondering what you're going to get for your money, because boy is it not cheap, as we found out yesterday. If I scroll back through, right, yeah, so here we go. So, to give you an idea for the pricing, the standard game on its own, with the 30 odd aircraft that it will come with as a base game, is $70. So, work that out in UK pounds, that's whatever. There you go, we're turning, so that's fine. So that's whatever it is in UK pounds. The deluxe version is $99.99. The premium deluxe version is $129.99. The Aviator, which is everything that you see on the aircraft list, including all the airports that come with it as well, $199.99. And to top that off, there is a collector's edition, which they will send you a model of the Antonov 225 direct from Microsoft as a model to keep. $259.99. Now, I want to discuss this because I think that is far too fucking much money. So, what do you get for your money? So, I've got a list and I've also got an image. You're not going to see the image. You're not going to see the image properly, but you're going to see essentially the tiers and everything, right? So, right, here you go. So, there is a line where standard is everything in blue. This is just the aircraft alone, everything in blue. Above that, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 10 aircraft there that are part of the deluxe version. Then you got above, there's 15 more planes that are part of the premium deluxe version. The Aviator collection is every plane you see on this list. Now, eagle-eyed amongst you will work out one or two of those aircraft, but allow me to demonstrate with you just what you do get. So, if you're looking at standard, I'm not going to name every single one of them, I'm just going to go through them. Right, I'm just going to go through them as a thing, right? So, what they also do is they will chuck the aircraft from FlightSim 2020 over onto 2024 as well. Okay, so standard planes that you're going to get are like your Airbus A310, two versions of the A320 Neo. You're going to get this is the ones that you're carrying over, and then I'll mention the brand new ones, right? Because some of these people won't know, so there's no point going through them all. Just go through the ones that are there. So, from FS 2020, you'll get 310, two versions of the 320, Boeing 747-8, as you would do. the Hughes H4 Hercules, which was on this one, the Pilatus PC6, the Spirit of St. Louis, etc., etc. Brand new planes that you'll get for the standard version are the Airbus A321LR, the A330-200, 300, and the 300 passenger freighter, the Beluga XL, the Airbus A400, 737 MAX 8, the A10 Thunderbolt, some hot air balloons if you fancy one of those, the PC-12. There's a few other ones on there that are that are pretty decent, so it's not too bad. So again, Eli Munchie will be able to work out some of those, right? What you also get, so the deluxe version is just a bunch of like Cessnas, like 172, 152, 188s, 404s, etc. The 408 Sky Courier, which is like the brand new Cessna that they got out there. The premium deluxe version has the 747-400 Global Supertanker, the Dreamlifter 747-400, the 787-10, the Boeing C-17 Globemaster, the CH-47D Chinook, Cessna Citation Longitude, Cirrus SR-22, the Pilatus PC-24, which is like a bit of a selling point to me because I really love that aeroplane. But Dom, if you're listening, Dom's been after a particular aircraft on the FlightSim for a while, and he keeps asking me if it's on there. However, Premium Deluxe version will allow you to have the Saab 340. That, to me, standalone itself, is like, I want to buy it. I want to buy the Premium Deluxe version because of the Saab 340. Aviator is like everything that's available on the sim, everything that's available. So yeah, so I know what version I will get. I will not tell you, but I know what version I will get. But yeah, Saab 340 sounds good to me. There was a parachute bottom left. There is. I've just seen it. Can I? Might be a stall warning. I think we're okay now. I wonder what the noise was. Okay, so I even now I can't see that. Oh God, okay, I can. Can I zoom in like gently or not? No, I can't zoom in. That is a big old picture. Right, someone was asking about the bottom left. That is a parachute. Parachute. So yes, it is a parachute thingy. That's it's like a paraglider sort of thing. Somebody was asking, is that a glider as well? There is a couple of gliders. There's some really fascinating aeroplanes in this. Just a standard version alone is enough to kind of make you want to get it. But yeah, like the Beluga XL 330, all the variations of the 330 there. There is a Ericsson air crane helicopter, A10 Thunderbolt. Yes, who mentioned the ES3? Who mentioned the ES30? Dom's just mentioned it. Dom did mention it. Yeah, so it's Dom. So yeah, it is the Heart Aerospace ES30. There is one on there for sure. The Cirrus Vision Jets as well is there. But yeah, I mean, the deluxe and premium deluxe. I mean, if you take the Saab 340 out of it, why are we still? Really? Really? Don't think it liked that. If you take the South 340 out of it, and the C-17, 747 tanker, and the Dreamlifter, and the Dreamliner, it's not too shabby. But standard aircraft alone looks pretty decent. It is just incredibly pricey.
Which means someone's going to have to get a job if they want to buy it, because mummy and daddy aren't going to pay for it. I'll give you a clue. Cat ham. Cat ham.
They'll still manage to fuck these up anyway. But it's a good range of aircraft. There's over 100 at least. Yeah, there's plenty of option for those particular aeroplanes. On top of that, everything that you've got, if you play the flight simulator, everything that you've got on the 2020 version, so like the 727 we're flying tonight, you can transfer that over to the brand new sim, and it will be on there ready to fly as well. So it's like a cross compatibility of everything that you've got now on the flight sim will go over, apart from the FSX ports. Everything you've got now will go over to Flight Sim 2024, so you don't have to wait for another PMDG 737 or a Phoenix 320 or whatever else. Like, if you've got it, it'll go over to the brand new sim when it comes out. Still think we're missing a really good version of the 747-400, but that's just me. So much to talk about it though. They've put so much into it in terms of making it look incredible. It does look fantastic on the footage that I've seen people streaming with already and getting first sort of access to it. Does look pretty good. Does look good. Dom says this time next year you won't remember the money, so fuck it. Well, that is true. It will last a while until the next one. So Flight Simulator 2028. That's probably not a thing. But there are still projects coming out for Flight Sim 2020. That is supposed to be supported up until 2028, they said, or something like that. Jim says, why have the 747 supertanker unless there's fire water bombing scenarios? Replace it with a passenger or freighter 747. Well, there are scenarios or missions like that that you can put out fires and everything else. So they are implementing that onto the flight simulator as well. There are mods already for the current flight sim that allow you to do that, but this is going to go straight into the flight simulator as a standalone thing to do. So you can select it as an option to do some water bombing missions and stuff like that, which is why they have these planes coming in. So I mean, it's pretty good. It's pretty cool. But boy, do the requirements for your PC have to be immense. I was looking at it yesterday and I was like, oh, I think my PC runs it. I think it does. I don't know. I don't know. But Yeah, it's one of those things. A little bit mental, and a wee bit crazy too. Right, if you haven't seen the schedule, we've got something fascinating coming up tomorrow. Yes, indeed. I am just putting the thumbnail together for it now. We are continuing our classic theme this week. With a little summon. Let me get the thumbnail ready for you. Dom says they introduced crossplay in Microsoft FlightSim 2024. I heard that might be a thing. Well, crossplay is available in this one, because you can play along with Xbox friends and everything else, depending on obviously what platform they use. Oh, you bastard! I didn't mean to do that. Right, I'm going to give you a nosy as to what we're going to do tomorrow. David says, does anyone know if anyone is streaming from Myrtle Avenue this weekend? I need to do a covert security check. Wonder why. I wonder why. I don't like that. I did, but I didn't. Yes, we need to do a little security check just to make sure something's stuck on there still. You can almost like guarantee some twat bag has decided to remove it. This one. And then more importantly, I've got to remember what we were doing. Or it may have gained some new friends. Or imagine. Who knows though? Lewis, evening to you. Hope you're doing well. Great to see ye. Here's our aeroplane from the outside. As we fly to LaGuardia today. Remaining time on the flight is 1 hour and 27 minutes. Should be in for a decent. What did it have it down as? Okay, interesting. I think it's probably the best way of putting it. It's going to be an interesting landing. Not looking too clever. Wicked. Right, what were we that's the next thing. What were we doing? Ah, yeah. Righty ho, keeping up with our retro week. Just make sure that is the right one there. Beautiful. Alright, so keeping up with our retro themed evening. Yes, Lewis, we were literally just discussing about what you can get with your money for the flight simulator. I know which one I will be buying, but I'm not going to say anything. But I think the price of it is a little bit on the ludicrous side, but needs must and all that crap. But here's what we're doing tomorrow night on the flight simulator. It's a little bit of a classic. I'm quite looking forward to this. Maybe one again for those that might remember it. It's been seen at Manchester before, even Gatwick. And then I'll expect the questions of how's that going to happen, and I'll answer that in a second. But here's what we're doing. We are turning back time once again, and we are flying the 747-200 tomorrow under the banner of People Express. We are flying from Newark over to Melbourne in Florida tomorrow. But how? How are you doing a classic 747 flight? Well, if you know where to look, you'll find it nice and easy. But there you go, that's tomorrow. We're going to do that tomorrow. People Express, a very classy old school airline, which was then absorbed into Continental. We're going to do that one tomorrow night. Should be a good one. Looking forward to that. There's also a watch along tomorrow. Depending on how I feel, I might postpone it and just do the one stream in the morning, in the evening rather. But depending on how I feel when I get up in the morning, we would be doing the watch along of West Ham Chelsea. But again, it's all depending on how I feel come the morning. So if you're enjoying the stream so far, do feel free to hit the like button. It helps us out tremendously. And what I might do is, if we can get to double figures for the likes, Wayne's intro song, I will play the full 7 minutes of the intro song for Wayne. If we can get to the double figures for likes, I will play it in its full entirety of 7 minutes. Lewis says won't be able to be on that stream. He'll be there, come on the irons. It might not even happen yet. Again, it just purely depends on how I feel in the morning. Oh yes, the full 7 minutes. If we can get to double figures for the likes, we're on 6 at the moment, so another 4, and we'll play the entire 7 minutes of that song that we played to introduce Wayne in the chat. Lewis says, how are you feeling about the game? Chelsea game tomorrow? I don't know, I think it'll be a tough one. You lot need something. We need to build upon the 1-0 win over Bournemouth. Then again, to be honest, it could literally go either way. So I don't know. I'm not confident. Let's put it that way. If we get a win, it'll be a good one. It'll be a good win. But yeah, I'm not overly confident about it. Very much looking forward to sleep. Do any of you get it where you just have like random evenings of just like broken sleep, and it just utterly knocks you for 6? Or you just don't sleep well for like night upon night upon night. It truly does just knock you for 6. Jim says 7 minutes. What is it? Bat out of hell? No, it's not. Carl says, yeah, I've had them for the last few weeks. Honestly, I'm struggling to keep my eyes open at the moment. I find myself waking up at like stupid times in the evening, but for no reason whatsoever. So I don't know what it is, but it's truly knocking me for 6. Although I had a bit of a Jim will quite like this one. I was on the phone to Wayne earlier, and I drove past a bus that was smoking quite a bit. And I asked Wayne if he'd been driving the bus because it was on fire. Wasn't tipped, but it was on fire, and I asked if Wayne was the one driving it. Jim also says, yep, waking up every 30 to 60 minutes. I don't get that. I did wake up. I'll tell you what, last night was probably the worst one for me, because I had it where I think I went to bed at 10:30, fell asleep about 11 o'clock, woke up at 12, then woke up at 5:30, and then went back to bed because my alarm wasn't going to go off for about another hour or so. Woke up 45 minutes later and felt like shit. So part of me thinks I probably should have stayed awake for the duration of the time, but did not. Was the alloys scuffed? It was definitely him if they were. I feel like I've opened up a can of worms here, and I'm not sorry for it. Lee says, less than an hour's sleep makes me feel worse. This is why I don't understand people who can just nap. Like, I'm fairly certain that people that just nap are not humans. So what's nice about the 727, just very quickly, is that, as I've said already, there are people who are releasing passenger liveries for this freighter 727, and it is excellent. It's such good news. Like, we've had so many passenger liveries released over the last sort of week or two, and every time I see a brand new one, I'm like, oh, ain't it lovely? I'm like, ain't it lovely? It's lovely. But it is. It's fantastic. It's great to see, and I'm super excited to see what liveries they come out with. Handful off the top of my head is PSA, Lufthansa, Pan Am, and American Airlines are the ones that are off the top of my head. But I'm all for it. Fizzy, evening to you. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. Come to watch his favourite channel in the world. Jim says, fell asleep at 11. Wake up and think, yeah, good few hours sleep. Look at the time, 11:59. That is horrendous. I hate that. I've done that before, where I've woken up and thought, right, I better get ready for work, and it turns out it was like 2 o'clock in the morning. I was like, not ready yet. Carl says, I find myself falling asleep about midnight, then bang on 3:40 every morning. I'm wide awake, and then fall asleep again about 5:30, and the alarm goes off at 6:45. See, that in itself is horrendous. Evening, Phil. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. Remember, we're trying to get to double figures for likes, and then we'll play Wayne's little intro song that we have for him in its entirety, which is 7 minutes long. Lewis says, I'm now at the age where I get up around 2-3 o'clock in the morning for a whiz, then back to sleep. More impressed when I don't get up feeling old. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's horrendous. I don't like being old. Excuse me. I miss the days where I could just fall asleep and then not wake up once until it was time. I feel like those days are long gone. Oh! Whoa!
Something towards the new FlightSim slightly smiling face.
Whoa! Paul Hussey, legend. Thank you so much. I will be putting that definitely towards the new flight sim. That gets a heart from me. Thank you so much. That is amazing. Thank you for your continued support, Paul, as always. That's excellent. I just saw it pop up. I was like, whoa. No, that's very kind, Paul. Thank you so much. Jim says, hated night shifts, trying to sleep through the day and all you hear are screaming kids outside. I think I'd be probably more grumpy than I already am if I had to deal with that, for sure. Of course, it is one of many ways you can support the channel this evening. As Paul's just done, you can do some super stickers, gift some memberships as well, play our membership roulette, which I don't think is going to be called that for much longer because I don't think it's going to happen. Or simply leave a like on the stream. That is the cheapest option there. Carl having a go at the roulette. I don't know if that came up or not, but if it did, don't know why it didn't. Go into Keha. So thank you, Carl, for your continued support. And you have indeed won your game of roulette. Lewis, you've totally hit the nail on the head. I totally said this earlier as well. He says, gone are the days. Looking forward to the weekend as you know you're going out for a late night or club. Now I look forward to the weekends for the longer sleeps and doing fuck all. That's totally me. I used to look forward to going out to like rock clubs. Like there was a rock club in particular in Hounslow. Like a pub was turned into a rock club for one night on a Saturday night. Some of the best evenings of my life, that, and used to look forward to that all the time. It's all like me and my friends would talk about. I don't speak to these people anymore because they're all arseholes. But used to like just talk about it, who'd be going, you know, like what you'd be wearing there, what kind of band t-shirts you'd be wearing, and then we just be like, boom, like we were just, yeah. Oh, it was amazing. Yeah, it was fabulous. Now I'm like, I can't wait for the weekends because I want to sleep. Don't have to get up at 7 o'clock every morning. Yes, give it to me. Mine says, mine was Faces, Visage, and Ministry of Sounds. I see them pop up all the time now, especially like when I go to Plymouth. I go to Plymouth a lot because of like my job and stuff. So I see a lot of things like like what do you call them, like Pop World and all these like different clubs coming up, and I'm like, clubbing was never my thing. I was always into like rock clubs. And the first time I came down here, when I worked at one of my old jobs, I got invited out to go clubbing, and I'm like, this is so out of my comfort zone. Didn't know the area, didn't know Plymouth very well at the time, and the guy I went out with fucking abandoned me in Plymouth. And I was like, I don't know where I am, I don't know what I'm doing. So trying to make my way home from Plymouth when I had no idea what was nearby, around, whatever else was fun, and if I wasn't put off by clubbing and anything else, I was after that evening. Carl says we all need a Half-Lives night out. That'd be amazing. I'm still gutted I never went to their UK tour, but I'm hoping they'll tour again at some stage. Phil says, how old are you lot? You're making me feel younger these days. If we tell you, I mean, you'd never watch the channel again, I'm sure. David says there's one particular old rocker in the Hounslow area that I believe is banned from that club. I'm curious because if that's a joke, I don't know if I get it or not. Paul says, have you tried batch? Is that back or batch? Rescue capsules to help with sleeping. You can buy them from the supermarket. I've always sworn by. This is showing how old, like. I've always sworn by. Is it lavender? Doesn't lavender like a lavender spray that you can get for pillows, like a pillow spray? Does that not help? Is it lavender, or am I thinking of something else? There's a spray of some kind that you can spray on pillows and it helps you sleep. I've got one somewhere, but I cannot for the life of me find it, so I've got a feeling I've chucked it away. So clearly I don't have one. It's lavender, right? Lavender's the one that you spray on your pillows and it helps you sleep. Chloroform. No, Phil, definitely wasn't chloroform, no. He started shouting, oh, it's ice. Yeah, that's right. I got it. Yeah. Sorry, David. That may have made your joke a little bit redundant there, so apologies. So, my plan over the weekend is to have a look for a PC that I can upgrade this one to. Also, at the same time, just while we're all together here, there may be there might be a likelihood of a week next week of potentially no streams, just because I feel like at the moment I am doing quite a lot and I need a bit of time away from things. Wayne will still do some stuff, but I'm just thinking for myself, might need to kind of just take some time away a little bit, because I'm doing way too much with very little time and not having enough me time at the moment. So it's just an idea. Haven't fully decided yet, but Wayne will still do some stuff with you. He'll still do some trains and everything else, so you get to kind of mock him at the same. I mean, you get to watch him, not mock him. Watch him at the same time, so it'll be fine. But what I've decided is, either way, if I have a break or not, next weekend we're coming back with something quite big for the FlightSim. Quite big. And I'll give you a clue. One person took 7 hours to fly this particular plane. And not it's true, 3.5 hours. That's all I'm saying. You can all speculate, that's all I'm saying. Oh, shots fired by Jim says, bet you still rattle less than one of Wayne's buses though, Lewis. Ouch. Take that one, Wayne. You can all speculate. I'm just saying, took someone 7 hours to manage to fly this plane. Took me the proper time of 3.5 hours, but we're not going to fly it to that place. We're going to fly it somewhere else, to a real destination, not Singapore. If you know, you know. Oh, Jim, remind me. Oh, you know, I've literally just reminded myself as well at the same time. This particular person took Concorde off without the afterburners on, and the visor was up still. Just saying. No afterburners on takeoff. And the visor was up, so it wasn't in proper takeoff configuration. I'm just saying. I'm just going off of what I noticed. Phil says, didn't know they did mid-air refueling on Concorde. No, we just stop off about 3 times. To fuel up. We stop off at the Spa garage down at Manchester Services. We then stop off in Belfast for some refueling action. We then maybe go to Iceland because that's where mums go to shop. So we'll definitely go there for some bits and bobs, and then we trek our way over to JFK. 7 hours. Lee says the world's longest SST passenger flight. Oh yeah, all 7 hours of it. Dead easy to set up as well, by the way. Just nosing at websites now. Just nosing to see what I can find. 2 more likes, and then we can play Wayne's song in its entirety. We treat Concorde like a bus service, so we'll like literally stop off all the bus stops as well because we're good like that. Jim says longest scheduled Concorde flight was Heathrow to Singapore with a stop in Bahrain. Yeah, this one didn't do it, especially with no afterburners or anything else. This one certainly didn't do it. Good shout though. I quite like that idea. Don't know how we'd go about the sonic boom way of doing things, but I suppose it being a flight simulator, we just go, fuck the rules. David says, don't route over Dublin. The airport now has a no-fly zone over the long-stay car park. Honestly, I feel like this is something that's going to stick with me forever. In fact, no, not probably. It definitely will, by the sounds of it. So, thanks, David. Right, I'll be back in a sec. I'm going to go grab myself a drink, and we'll continue with our flight. We've got 58 minutes to go, 522 nautical miles remaining. Our ground speed is 539 knots, so we are cruising along beautifully ahead of our landing in LaGuardia. So back in a mo. Someone can explain to Lewis in the chat whilst I'm gone why we keep going about the long stay car park at Dublin Airport. I'll be back in a mo. Did you tell him then? Did it no, so yeah, this was the flight we did. It was. Did we do Dublin to City to Dublin, wasn't it? We did a return. Dublin to London City, then back to Dublin. On the return to Dublin, 2 engines cut out. And we couldn't rescue the aeroplane, and it ploughed into a long stay car park at Dublin. And then since that day, not only have we not done return flights, but I have not had that. I've basically had that against me the whole time. Rob says, just don't mention ploughing into hillsides in Vagar either. I've only done that once, I think. Is it once? So I'm pretty sure we've done it before, done it after that, and we landed it. So I think it was once. We will get a so obviously lots of people talking about the end of year highlights. We'll be doing a live stream and discussing the end of year highlights and everything else like that. Spoiler, there are quite a few. Oh dear, I forget what stream that was, but yeah, I remember that too. Rob says we also had an A320 in-flight refueling after a cock didn't put in enough to get to the destination. I think I remember that one. Did we not? Because I'm pretty sure the plane just fell out of the air. There was that one as well, but that was last year. Definitely wasn't this year. That was definitely the year before, last year, not this year. I'm sure it wasn't that one. We've had some good streams this year. We've had some very, very good streams this year. Not just flight sim wise, obviously quizzes and everything else. We've had some absolute stonking responses and some stonking efforts on there too. Gartic phone. Oh, Gartic phone will be on there 100%. I've still got those pictures. Lee says, year on year, are we on worse form than last year? It's a good question. Are we on worse form than what we did last year? I don't think so. Scrap that. I think we are. Yeah, there's a lot more that's happened this year than there was last year. But I think rather than putting them into a video, we'll just put them into like a little live stream. And then we can like talk about them. And then like if people want to come on and talk about their favourite bits, then yeah, it'd be pretty cool. we're definitely not Everton Football Club. Carl says, was that not the TUI stream where it fell out of the sky? Not the TUI one, it wasn't. Let me see if I can scroll back through. I'll tell you what, while we do that, I'm going to play it anyway, even though we're not there. Because we're still 2 away. But I'm going to play the full thing. Because I think it deserves the full 7 minutes of attention. Because clearly 54 million people have given it the attention that it is so clearly deserved. Because it is excellent. So, Wayne's intro song for the full 7 minutes. Here we go. Enjoy. Enjoy the full 7 minutes. I can't think which one it was. Rob says, has the mystery pilot flying the ATR of Manchester ever been identified? Jim says the ATR pilot is rumored to be a certain C-17 pilot. Well, I found the ATR stream that we did. Which one fell out the sky? Don't tell me you're not nodding your head to this. Don't tell me you ain't nodding your head to it. You know you are. Southwest 737 was the one that fell out the sky. I've got it here. Las Vegas to Colorado Springs. Was that one? You know you're nodding your head. Yes, you are. Don't lie. I don't want to hear anything that you're not. You got 3 minutes left of this, by the way. You're loving this, right? You know you are. Come on, motherfucker, come on. That'll do. That's 6 minutes in, but that'll do. But there you go. Don't tell me I don't treat you guys on this channel. Tell me I don't give you what you want. What the people wanted. Rob says, "Oi, did you ask if you could switch it off? You ain't asked the fat controller. That's code for switch back on, Stefan." Well, if you want it again. If you want it again, I'm more than happy to play. Rob says, didn't the Canforce Polaris have an unfortunate final in Singapore or Hong Kong? Darren loves it. Darren says, coming down the stairs, all I could hear was Thomas the Tank Engine. The one that went into Hong Kong was Singapore, I believe. That had the unfortunate one of overriding the runway, I think, or overrunning the runway. Sorry. Don't know if I kept that one or not. Can't remember if I deleted it. I would think I kept it. Think. See, that's what I'm saying. Don't tell me I don't give you guys what your ears want to hear. You know you want to hear it. Don't give me that crap. So much so I'd be willing to play it again. Oh god. Oh, was there more? Oh my, what is that? Okay, right, I've got to do some investigating. 2 seconds, hang on. Because that picture I showed of the FlightSim stuff wasn't the full picture. What group is it on? Flight Simulator. My goodness. Oh, I knew it. Oh, don't make me do this. Oh, fucking hell. Oh God. Right, hang on. Because apparently there is more to show. Bloody hell, right. Okay, so I'll bring that up in a second. Right, there's more to show apparently. We've got the aviator side of things now. So let me just, what I'll do is, we don't need to see the rest of it, because all we need to see is the top section. So ignore Premium Deluxe. That's the aviator section, where you get everything that's basically we've just seen, right? There's one or two there that you can probably spot that are quite interesting. A lot of these are on this version of the FlightSim at the moment, which will go straight onto the aviator side of things, which I would think if I had the files for them already that it should still count, but I don't know. But there's one in particular, and I wonder if anyone will spot it. Wonder if anyone will spot it. Jim spotted the Antonov 225, which came out as payware for this current simulator. That is not the one I'm looking at. I wonder if anyone will spot it. Because it had been rumoured to come out on this one in one of the recent updates, but they pushed it back. Oh, this is teasing, this is. Not the Dornier. What I am hoping for is the fact that they fixed the fucking ATR as well. Not the Dornier, no. Who can spot it? I'll give you a clue. I won't give you a clue. I'll make you look for it. Nope, not the 757. 757 is not on there. I don't think it is. No, 757 is not on there. Oh, yeah, Darren, the Premium Deluxe ones we're not looking at. It's literally the ones that are in the top, in the sort of the grey ones. The one with 6 engines in the bottom row. Oh, you mean the French, the French machine there, not that one. I'll give you. I'll point it out to you. It's in the top row. So you got three rows. It's in the top row. I like this. Boom! Got it. There you go, you've all got it. Yes, so part of the aviator pack for the flight simulator, which is $199.99, you get the Boeing 707, which was supposed to be released in a recent world update or sim update. They then pushed it back. Now we know why they've pushed it back, 'cause it's coming out on the simulator in 2024, the 2024 version. Top right, the Boeing 707-320. Well done. So, if you buy the Aviator version, we'll just put it into perspective how many aeroplanes you get for nearly $200, right? Look at that list of boxes. Look at the amount of aeroplanes you get for $200. That is incredible. That's an incredible amount of aeroplanes that are just on the base game alone. That is before any payware aircraft come out. So if you buy the top version, the Aviator version, all of those boxes you see there that are covered in aeroplanes are what you get with the Aviator version. In fact, what is that in UK currency? That's not bad. That's not bad. Oh dear. That's actually quite good. So a lot of the aircraft you saw in there, like the Antonov 225, which was a payware release for relief efforts in Ukraine. So the money for that, the purchases from the 225 would have gone to the relief effort for Ukraine. The 707 was never going to be payware. That was always going to be released as a freebie, like the 310. There are a lot of aeroplanes on that list that were released for the 2020 version that were specifically designed to be payware. They're now chucking them on the sim for free. Weird. Weird way of doing it, but I mean, can't really complain too much. You would, if you didn't buy the Aviator version, you would have the option to buy the aircraft separately. So there is that as well. So you're not forced really to buy that unless you just want it all at once. It's a lot of aeroplanes there. A lot of aeroplanes. Jim says, but honestly, if you go for the top spec version, how many of them all would actually? How many of them all would anyone actually use? This is also very true. So this is where it's like you got to work out which one you're going to go for. So, for example, with the 2020 version, if you don't buy the premium deluxe version, you can't fly the 787. 787 is needed for the Horizon Sims 787. So without it, you can't have the 787s or anything that requires it. But you can't buy it separately. So it's like, I don't know if that's going to change things up this time round, where if you don't have the Aviator version, could you buy the 707 separately? Who knows? Or if the particular website will have them available to download for free. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. I don't know. So it's a tough one. But it's also a very good point. How many of those are you actually going to use? For us here, you probably use what? The airliners, if that? Rob says, hopefully not going Train Sim World route. I heard if you bought every add-on for Train Sim World, you're looking at £1,000. That, yeah, it's honestly frightening. It's frightening how much you think about it. So, I mean, if you were to buy most of the add-ons here, like just the aircraft alone, you're looking at well over a grand. Probably looking at the PMDG stuff when it came out standalone was about 250, 300 quid for every variant of it. Then you've had some expensive MD80 stuff, which was 90 odd quid, something like that. So that's already up to 500 quid. Then you've got the other ones that are like between 10 and 20 quid. The odd ones that came out at 50 quid. You're looking at least 3 grand's worth of add-ons. That's the aircraft alone, not the sceneries or anything else. It's the aircraft alone. You're looking at about 3 grand, maybe more than that. Frightening. It's absolutely frightening. How much money, you don't realise how much money you pump into a sim until you sit back and go, right, I got this, and you think, fuck, like. It does take you back a little bit, and you're like, whoa. So we have got some cloud below us here as we approach. Where are we approaching at the moment? In fact, we've just gone past Virginia Beach, so we're sort of near to. Yeah, it's that bit of land there, isn't it? So that's like Exmoor. Yeah, Exmoor. Not the Exmoor that we know, but. That is going to be what, Virginia? So we're in the state of Virginia at the moment. But, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if the FlightSim eventually went down that route. But then, the base download game for it's like when you download the sim, the 2020 sim, it's like 180 odd gig, something like that. It's a massive game. 180 odd gigabytes for this for the download of the game before you even add anything to it. The base game download for the new Flight Simulator is only 28 gigabyte, which means everything will be running off the cloud. So I'm intrigued to know how that's going to work and how it's going to behave, and whether that improves the performance. I don't think it will, but it does make you think. Rob says the missions in FSX were a pretty good idea. Would like to see them expand that idea. Where have I seen? I know landing challenges from FSX have been implemented into this flight simulator, as in the current one. There is a career mode that you can do in the 2024 version, and I believe you can also do the missions as well, which is why you've got the 747 water bomber and some of the other water bombers that are there too. So I think you have the option to do some missions there, like firefighting, rescuing missions, so like mountain rescues and stuff like that. So they've brought in that side of things. Now, whether we go down the route of doing the career modes and stuff like that, I don't know. Yeah, I don't particularly know, but yeah, there's a few mission stuff, base stuff in the new flight sim that's coming. Now, the other side to it as well is as is the norm nowadays, is when a new game gets released, it is normally buggy as hell. So there's also that to consider, whether you feel like it's going to be buggy as hell, or whether you feel like you can put up with it and then wait for it to kind of sort itself out, but you don't know when it's going to sort itself out. So again, that's another decision that sort of you feel like you would have to make. But I'm in two minds at the moment whether to potentially get it on its current release, like after it's out there, but yeah, or wait a while, wait for it to settle itself, wait for it to become stable, then do something with it. Gemma says after seeing what you get, I think I'm going to have to go for the expensive one. Rob says scenario-based missions would be good, like seeing if they recreate an actual incident like Sully and see if you can get it back on Terra Firma. The risk you take with that sort of thing is, I suppose, and I don't like to call them that, but apparently that is what it is. And I have probably stronger words for these people. The woke nation will kick up big time over the smallest of shit, basically. And then they'll go, you can't recreate this because this is blah 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 blah. So, you know. It's worth the hassle of potentially woke ass people just going blah 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 blah. This is unacceptable. Who do I speak to in the complaints department? Do you know what I mean? That sort of thing. Is it worth doing that? Yeah, I don't think it is. We'll you know. Oh Lord. Oh! Oh! Oh wow. Oh, that is. Oh, that's Oh. I feel like I should show that, and I'm going to. Just so people can get a Oh dear. I'm going to show that just so people have context of what I'm laughing at. Well, ask and you shall receive. David has been at it and very, very busy. That is class. There you go. Ask and you shall receive. Rob wanted to be the fat controller. He now is the fat food controller. And you got Wayne the tank engine. Fucking class that is. You know when David goes quiet, you know he's up to literally no good. And he's just proved that with that with that picture alone. Oh dear, that's class. Come on, motherfucker, come on. Like it. There you go. That's what I was laughing at. And a quick reminder, tomorrow night, I'm still undecided about doing the watch along tomorrow. Which purely depends on, I guess, how I sleep. If I wake up in the morning and I feel like shit, we'll probably not do it during the day tomorrow. But we are back in the evening for Defo. To bring to you, as a reminder, People Express. From Newark over to Melbourne, so we're basically doing we're going the opposite way from two different airports. So whereas we're going to LaGuardia, we'll be going back from Newark, and we'll be going to Melbourne in Florida as opposed to Miami. So essentially the same route, just different airports. There you go. Join me for that one. 7:15 we'll kick this one off for some classic 747 action. In the meantime, we should start or think about sending momentarily. We won't do just yet. Another 14 mile to go, and then we'll get descending down into LaGuardia. Runway 04 for today. David says, I seem to spend more and more of my time misbehaving. It's not age, it's his bloody YouTube channel. Don't you blame this channel. Don't you blame this channel for your misbehaviour. That's down to personal preference. That's not down to that's not down to us. That is actually, to be fair, Wayne was the one that requested it. He told you to do your magic. So I mean, theoretically, Wayne's to blame. But I'm not putting that idea into people's heads. I'm merely stating a fact. Class as always, though, like that. David says Newark to Melbourne. You mean Nottinghamshire to Australia? I do not mean that. David says, "Yep, Wayne is the source of most trouble." I'm just telling you. He was the one that literally said in the chat, "Work your magic." I'm just saying. Come on, motherfucker, come on. Wayne says, at least Tom never blamed me for buggering up Streamlabs for once. I guess that's original then. Well, I mean, I can have a look for things that you did do. Rob says, oh, hi, the Teflon man has spoken. Blame Wayne. More like shit sticking to a blanket with mischievous behaviour encouraged. It's definitely not me. Right, let's think about sending. Let's go down to 26. 1,000 feet. Let's go for it. Hopefully the aircraft should. But not. We're going to arm it first. Armed it beautifully. Now we can change. Let's do 1,000 feet. Just to kind of ease the aeroplane. Bring the throttle back. Just to help with our speed. We can think about our descents. So I hope you've enjoyed the 727 once again this evening. Interestingly, that performance like there is interesting for a 727. It must be the textures that are causing it. Yeah, it's beautiful sounds though on the JT8D engines. Come on, motherfucker, come on. Come on, motherfucker, come on. It's in my head now. Cannot help it that it's in my head. Try and do some more 727 stuff at some stage as well. This is a beautiful aeroplane to fly, really, really is. Probably get her diving a little bit more. Well, let's bring back the throttle. Up this out a little bit. And hopefully the landing into LaGuardia is is stable enough, hopefully. Not holding my breath though. So whilst we're descending, let us know what you got planned for the weekend. What's the weather supposed to be like for you? For me, it's supposed to be pretty shit. So not overly sure what it will bring. Well, a little bit of a nose movement at the moment, so I will need to look at the screen for a sec. Right, it's getting down to 14,000. Paul says, are you still doing the Man City Arsenal watch along? Yes, as far as I'm aware, that's still happening on Sunday, and then Wayne will be doing an evening stream afterwards. Okay, my nosy session is done. Yes. Fully aware of the overspeed, thank you. Lewis is back just in time for the landing. I wish I knew what the plane was doing, but I don't. Okay. So we... Oh, good call. We need to get down a little bit quicker than that. Right. Okay. I'm going to try and plough this down now. Right, down a little bit more. Definitely tell we're getting closer to New York. That's for sure. Jim, no worries. We'll see you soon. Bring that speed back a little further. Actually go to idle, so we put it on idle at the moment. I feel like we might need to do a bit of a loop here. I think we might need to. I think we might need to here. I don't think the aeroplane descended as quickly as I'd imagined. Here comes the freeze bug. Absolutely fine. We'll wait for that to sort itself out. Right. Whilst we try and sort out the landing here, because we are going to be way too high for this. We might need to just kind of loop around. We are far too high. So we're going to loop around once we get onto that final. I'll take over and then we'll organise the landing. I think our airport is like there. JFK is there, I think. So yes, just allowing the sim to catch up on itself. Left of me, trying to work out where the airport is so we can loop round here, because we are going to be far too high for this. Let's have a look from the outside. I've not actually seen it properly yet. That's busy. Oh, okay, that's the airport there. That is LaGuardia there, isn't it? It is indeed. Alright, so that's fine. We know where the airport is. Might need to take the traffic off for this one. I will do. So we can come off the autopilot. So we'll just view, yeah, that is LaGuardia down below. Cool. So let's loop ourselves round. Time to get the landing ratings in. Then what do we think? So there's LaGuardia down below us. We've taken the traffic off, which helps out a little bit more. It's time to get the landing ratings in as we circle around New York here. We're ready to come back in to land at LaGuardia. Lewis says 170, Gemma 234, Wayne going for a 165. Right, let's sort out the approach. Pause the tunage for now. Downtown New York, below us. Lovely. Newark, where we'll be at tomorrow for our departure for our 747. Flaps in there. Try and swing her back round. Wondered for a split second then whether that nose was going to pitch up or not. Very nearly didn't. Alright, let's get the replay on so at least it's ready to go. Go to the landing checklist. There is LaGuardia. Let's just get to the back there, exact. Alright, here we go. Alright, draw the landing into LaGuardia, providing that it behaves itself.
500.
Take it. Reverse is on, hard on the brakes. Off the brakes. Welcome to LaGuardia. Beautiful stuff. Slightly over the the limit there. Only by 7 feet per minute. Otherwise, pretty decent if you ask me. So you can hear the APU firing up as we've landed. I still think 207 is pretty decent. It's a fun airplane to fly this. It's just a shame that obviously we tried to land in New York, where on a rig like mine, it doesn't quite behave as well as it would do on a top end rig, which is why I'm trying to upgrade. But we have thrown it all the way back to yesteryear with today's flight here into LaGuardia. Hope you enjoyed it. We've got more retro stuff coming tomorrow, where we go from Newark, heading down to Melbourne and Florida to recreate a People Express flight from back in the day. We're going to pull into the gates, or one of, here at I think this is the default LaGuardia. We'll pull into this one here. Ladies and gentlemen, that will do it. Fabulous. Right, parking brake on, happy days. Let's come out full screen here. Landing recording is turned off. Beautiful stuff. What did Volanta have it down as? Volanta had it down at harder, so we'll take 207. I don't think it was that hard according to Volanta, but still relatively simple, I would say. Lewis, as someone once told me, they used to power down the middle engine after touchdown. Probably did. Didn't really have the time to do so. But it's all good. It's all good. Right, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. 207 for tonight's flight, which took us 2 hours and 11 minutes to complete from Miami to LaGuardia. There was a change in route tonight, but hopefully you have enjoyed. Usual stuff applies. If you're sticking around, it's time for the replay. If you're leaving us, thank you so much for watching. Look after yourselves and each other. Let's get it going. Boys and girls, you have been wonderful as always. Thank you so much for watching this evening. I will make a last minute decision about the watch along for tomorrow afternoon, depending on again how I feel in regards to once I wake up. But if not, definitely around tomorrow night, so I will see you at some point tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your Friday night, and I will see you tomorrow at some stage for some more fun and games here on the Departure Lounge YouTube channel. Look after yourselves and each other. And from all of us here, it is a very good night and a bye-bye for now.